Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'm going to do an update to the story I covered yesterday, which is titled, Husband Replaces Missus After Years of an Unhappy Marriage. Now she's trying everything to get him back. And as a recap, guys, that's about the guy who was married to his wife for a number of years. They had 3 kids together, little kids, and ever since child number 3 was born, she's had no interest in SCX at all. And at best, he might get some hand action, and that's a stretch in itself. And anyhow, he eventually, enough was enough between not only the no physical affection, but also she wasn't exactly treating him with a whole lot of love. She checked out of the marriage, all that. But also, it was just an unhappy environment for the children. The kids could clearly see that mom and dad didn't like each other too much, and I'm putting it mildly, and he was unhappy a lot of the time and all that. So finally he said, that's it, I'm done. Divorced her and moved on, and now he's happily divorced, and he's seeing another woman who has gotten a little too close to it in 1 year for my liking, but at least he's happy now, and the kids are happy. They like going to his house. They see him happier. They like her. Everybody's happy except his ex-wife, and she's not liking being a single mom anymore. And as you all recall, she has been trying all these dirty tricks to get him back, promising the world that she'll give him all the loving she wants, the most wonderful wife ever, and contacting his girlfriend saying that she's the one that ruined the marriage and blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit. And to make matters worse, his mother then recorded the kids, her saying, hey, would you love it if mom and dad got back together? And the kids are getting excited thinking they were going to, because at the end of the day, they want their mom and dad back together. They love their parents. And just manipulating the kids. And this guy was done. And it was just a freaking mess. And I ended up saying, you can't have anything to do with your mother for a very long, at very least, for a very long time. I'd tell your mom a new one. She was completely wrong doing that, messing with the kids' heads. I would not allow her around those kids at all. And I also tell the ex-wife, there's no us getting back together. Don't even dare even reach out to my girlfriend now, etc., etc. So we're going to pick up here, and I'm going to add, by the way, thanks for letting me know, guys, because I didn't know there was a part 2 to this. A bunch of you guys emailed me overnight letting me know. And you're going to see here more how he's handled the situation. But you're also going to see what I've pieced together, kind of the reason maybe why his wife wasn't so affectionate towards the guy. The guy's a good guy, but this guy's he's definitely your nice guy type that was pushed too far. But the problem is that he's continuing on with some of his nice guy ways, both with his current girlfriend and also things with his wife, and you could see why he was taken advantage of. And I will most certainly point these things out so you guys can learn from where he's going wrong, in my opinion. So to continue, he says, thanks everyone for the advice and suggestions. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of the support that I got here. Here's my update, but before that, I want to address the elephant in the room, and that is I stepped on my toes with my bold statement about being divorced. I think the more expected and virtuous approach is to be devastated and guilt-ridden. My experience is something else, however, and I'm really trying to be genuine and honest here. He was getting a lot of crap in the comment section from people, men and women, like, how dare he be happy in his new life? God forbid. And he's now divorced, and he gets to see the kids part of the time, and he admitted he enjoys his free time and all that, and he's getting crucified in the comment section. And just, there are a lot of a-holes giving him a hard time for reasons that he didn't deserve, and it was ridiculous. Of course he loves his kids. Of course he would have preferred to stay in his marriage and have it work out and be happy, but that wasn't the case because of her. He says, divorce is hard and terrifying. Many people, both men and women, hesitate and stay way longer than necessary because of one reason or another. I can't tell all unhappy people to get divorced since I don't know y'all's situation, but for those who can, do it. Yes, I've been saying this since day one, because the kids see how unhappy they are. And if they stayed together, those kids one day, after having a bad childhood, mom and dad hating each other's guts and fighting all the time, would eventually end up in relationships just like them, because they would think that's normal. And no parent would want that. At least no loving parent. I was trying to explain what I discovered. The positive side of having shared custody, because only the negative is talked about. I'm sure many divorced people get what I meant by having every other week child-free is awesome. We are humans with feelings. Our love for our kids doesn't stop or take a break when they're out of sight. They don't need to be present for us to love and think about them. I will double down and say that being a part-time parent is just awesome, no matter what the gender. It is okay to feel that way. You're not a lesser parent for that. Yeah, good. I'm glad he's not backing down, because people were real a-holes in the comment section here. But I think people were just looking for an excuse to give this guy a hard time. They're trying to find any reason to label him as the bad parent here, or how dare he divorce the wife, or people were saying that he was making it all about the sex. It wasn't all about the sex. It was a whole lot more why he ended it with her. He says, I've talked to my mother about what she did. She was very remorseful. Apparently Dad had a talk with her too about this whole thing, and he was shocked at what she did. And she seems to have realized the seriousness of what she's done. Yeah, I call bullshit. She's not remorseful. She just is remorseful because she got called on her crap. That's what I think. It's like a cheater who says they're so sorry and blah, blah, blah. They're sorry because they got caught, not because they actually cheated. She thought, I'm mom, I know better, so this is what I'm going to do. And I'll take all the blame to get the family back together. No, I would not have your mom around your kids for a very long time. I took her apology, but I was firm on my boundaries, and I didn't want her to be in my children's life for a while, until I sorted out their feelings and talked to them. Good, bro. Very smart. She was reluctant to acknowledge my girlfriend, however, and I made clear that after the children, she is my priority before myself. Smack! I think that's some of the problem that got you in trouble in the first place. I'm willing to bet you made your wife more important to you than your own happiness, which led you down a path of her treating you like crap. This girlfriend of yours, I'm glad you're having a good time with her, and I'm glad you got a good thing going. But you've been with her a year, and I don't want to hear this crap that her happiness and all that is more of a priority to you than your own happiness. That's nice guy shit. And you keep that up too long, I guarantee you she's going to start jerking you around, and in a way that you don't like. She's going to start getting on act high and mighty. You're putting her on a pedestal, dude. Do not do that, or you are going to repeat the mistakes you had before. And I said that she's a priority more before myself and definitely before my mom. So how much she wants to be in my life depends on how much she respects my life and the people I love. Well, good for you for standing up to your mom. I have talked to my ex-wife too. I made it clear that under no circumstances is she to ever contact my girlfriend again. Good, brother. I told her that this was still a new relationship and any contact is going to be with me. I told her that my girlfriend has nothing to do with my decision of divorce. I have no romantic feelings for her, and that I know she doesn't have any feelings for me either. Yeah, he knows that his ex has no feelings for him. She just doesn't want to be alone. Or vacuum. She wants me out of convenience. I do not. She started crying and telling me that I didn't get to tell her what she's feeling. Of course she started crying. I agreed and apologized. Smack. There you go with the apologizing again. Yesterday you called her on her shit and she cried and then you apologize again. No, don't apologize, because that just makes her feel right. No, your wife's an a-hole, or your ex-wife's an a-hole. Stop apologizing, Mr. Nice Guy. I told her then I will only speak on my behalf. I want us to be friends and to raise our kids to be great people that they're on a path to becoming. You're not going to be friends again. That's never going to happen. The friendship will be bullshit. You can be civil towards each other. Being friends? No way. I do not want my kids to be used as pawns in this sick game that she and the mothers are playing. I will not allow it and will do whatever it takes to protect them. Well, that's good you're saying that, but if you want to really protect them, then you need to have your mother and wife fear you in a bit of a way. And you're not going to get them to fear you with you saying what needs to be said and what's warranted, and then they cry and you apologize for that. That's not going to bring a little bit of fear in them with you. So you got to back up on this nice guy shit if you want to take care of your kids. Because otherwise, if they don't fear you, they're going to pull more bullshit. I suggested that we can start family therapy because I need her to understand the turmoil her and my mother put our kids through. Dude, don't waste your time and money on therapy. She knows why she was pulling those stunts. It was for her own self-interest. Don't waste it. I never want that to happen again. She told me that she didn't want my girlfriend to be in their lives yet because she didn't know her. Tough shit. Fair enough, but I reminded her that our agreement is that when a relationship is serious, that's when we introduce our new partners to our kids. And this is going to happen eventually, so she better get used to it. Well, obviously your relationship is serious, and he said in the other story you did introduce them, so that's a little hazy there. I think you wrote that wrong. I also talked to her about me not going to take her workload on her. I also talked to her about me not going to take her workload on her weeks, meaning that I won't be driving by every morning to wake up the kids and take them to school. Are you telling me that over the last year, when it's not your week, you're still going over to your old house and waking them up and getting ready for school? Please tell me that's not what you're doing. That's her job. It's her job to get up earlier, get them breakfast, get them dressed and ready to go to school. It's not your job. She will have to start waking up in the morning like any other parent out there. About the food, I will send home cooked food with my kids on the weeks that they're with her because I know that I can't demand her to cook, but at the same time, I don't want my kids to eat junk food. Are you telling me she doesn't? Are you telling me she doesn't get up early for the kids? She doesn't cook either. When you were married, she wasn't cooking for them either. Well, she can learn to fucking cook. About me mentioning that her home is a pigsty. I know that my eldest daughter has mentioned that it wasn't always pleasant in mommy's house, but again, now I don't live there to clean. I can't demand my ex to live in a way that she doesn't want to. I have, however, offered that the Fridays my kids go home to her to spend the week, I'll be sending a cleaning service so the kids have somewhat of a clean environment. She agreed. Smack! Why are you paying for a cleaning service to go to her house, your ex's house, to clean it? She can get off her ass and do some cleaning. Or she can have your kids do some chores. They're never too young to start helping out around the house. I'm sure they can set the table for dinner if she makes dinner. They can sweep the kitchen, do little things around the house. They're never too young. I was doing chores at 6 years old. I'm sure there were guys watching me doing chores when they were 3 years old. The kids can help, and she can find a way to make this all work. No, was she this much of a slob when you were together? This tells me some things, you know. If when they were together, he worked all the time and did all the cooking and the cleaning and all that and got the kids ready for school. If that was the case, no wonder she was losing attraction for him and treating him like crap because he was a pushover. I hope I'm wrong, but you should not be doing this, man. You do your thing as a dad, and when she has them, she gets her act together. And if not, perhaps this could be used to get full custody of them because she's not having them in a good, safe environment. If it's a big pigsty all the time and they can't get healthy food and she can't get them ready for work, and maybe she's just depressed and she can't get off her ass to do these things. Well, she better start or she's going to lose custody. But you shouldn't be doing all this stuff. She's a grown-ass woman. What else? The hell else is she doing wrong here? About my girlfriend. Oh, it says here, she agreed, and she was angry about having to wake up early because she usually starts work at 10 a.m. I guess she'll have to adjust. Yeah, she'll have to adjust. Again, the marriage didn't work out because of her. So, yeah, she's going to have to adjust. And God forbid she might have to get up an extra hour early. About my girlfriend. We were supposed to spend the coming weekend together with the kids, but I will respect my ex's wife's wishes for now, at least until we've gone to some sessions with the children, and I can bring it up again. No. Do not do this. Do not cave to your ex. The kids already met your girlfriend. She likes them. The kids like her. No. You're not going to backtrack here. She is spending the rest of this week with me, however. I know that she's feeling guilty. I tried to explain that she has nothing to do with whatever happened and that she was dragged into this situation without any reason because with or without her, I would never go back to my old life. That I left this marriage before I even knew she existed. I don't know if she believed me or felt reassured. She just said that she loved me, and I apologized to her and will try to make her feel comfortable with me again. I guess this is one of these tests that relationships hit, and we shall see if the connection is strong enough to overcome this. I think it is. If I forgot anything, just ask. Well, there you go with the girlfriend, and again, I'm glad this dude found this girl. He's having a good time with her. He's getting some. I think he earns that. But I have a problem with him making out to be in 1 year. He's saying that she's her happiness or whatever his words were. Her happiness is more important than me or something like that. You all heard it. It's a bad way to go. You as a man have to put your wants and needs first. Who do women always chase after? Bad boys. And when in the history of bad boys has any bad boy ever put the girl ahead of his own wants and needs? Never. Who always puts the woman ahead of his wants and needs? Nice guys. Need I say any more? This doesn't mean you need to be a jerk, but this whole, you met this girl for 1 year and you're having a good time with her and you're finally getting some nookie and her happiness is more important than yours? Bullshit. You keep this up, my friend, it's only a matter of time before she'll start taking you for granted and jerking you around, and it's not going to go well. And you may end up in a situation just like with your ex. But bro, anyhow, good luck. Take it day by day. The kids are going to be okay. But don't send food to your freaking... Unless you're doing something special, your ex-wife can cook. She can clean. Don't get up early to go over there and get the kids ready. You doing this, you're just being, again, a pushover. And this is kind of probably why maybe she treated you like crap. So don't do that. But lay down the law with your ex, lay down the law with your mom, and be good with the kids. Everybody's going to be okay. Now some comments here before I wrap this up. One guy says, and by the way, a lot of people are tearing him apart in the comments section, not because of like him divorcing her, but now because of his, let's be honest, bitch-like behavior accommodating the ex. One guy says here, wow. Oh, this one guy says here, I'm just wondering why you don't have full custody when you're the one doing everything. I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous that you were driving her over there every day to make sure your kids got ready for school when it's literally her job to take care of her own kids. Even more ridiculous, you were bringing food because she won't cook for her own kids. Document everything and keep crew in case you will need to take her to court. Exactly. I'm not the only one that caught on to this. Another guy says, wow, your ex is quite lazy for a mom. Damn, no cleaning, no cooking. Also, stop putting your girlfriend on a pedestal. It sounds like you're making her more of a priority than yourself. That's what got you into this mess in the first place. Thank you. I'm not the only one. Maybe this is a subscriber here that commented there. Yes, exactly. Another guy says, holy crap on a cracker. You've been going to her house every day to get the kids ready for school. No wonder she thought she still had reason to think that she was in control. Yeah. Also, make sure the counselor understands that the point of the sessions are for post-divorce co-parenting. Do not let your ex try to make it into reconciliation. Show the counselor the videos and all the other shenanigans your ex and both mothers have done. You should also let your ex know that your own mother is on restriction because of their crap. The best thing he did in this whole thing, if he's being accurate, is how he handled his mom. That's good there. And this is from a woman. She says, I'm a stepmom with no biologic kids of my own. And I tell people I have the best of both worlds. Getting to be a stepmom to 2 awesome kids for a week. And then the next week I get to spend time with my husband doing things together. Resting, enjoying our hobbies without feeling guilty, etc. I truly feel like I'm able to be a great parent because of the break. We both miss the kids when they're not there. And anytime we do something, we talk about how the kids would love this and that. Cool. That's good to hear. There's good stepmoms out there that actually like the kids. But also, she doesn't have any kids of her own. The last one, this guy says, not the a-hole. You're providing a cleaner, sending over food, and many other big things that will be taken as proof of your guilt in the failure of the relationship. The next step of people like this is the desire to appear blameless and label you as someone who uses women for their body, a bad father, or just someone to be avoided. These people accept no accountability and grasp anything to prove they are blameless. The proof you're providing will be talked about and will be used against you by labeling you as a bad father who feels so guilty for being so bad to his kids. You need to stop this crap and go to court with proof of her failings. Full custody with you may be much better for the kids. Yeah, he's obviously he's talking about this guy doing all these things that he shouldn't have to help out, and people will twist it around to be that he's feeling guilty for what he did when he shouldn't feel guilty for ending the marriage because it was a bad marriage. I just want this guy to learn from his mistakes and he doesn't do the same thing with his current girlfriend, because we all know damn well he's going to marry her. Let's be honest here. And he ends up in the same situation, but a lot of guys have to learn the hard way, or they don't connect the dots. That's why it takes channels like mine to read these stories and say, this is where you're fucking up. And hopefully they listen. But anyhow, I wish this guy luck. I'm sure we're going to hear updates here. Alright guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.